Morning mathematician, and welcome to our math section of the day. Yesterday we used the place value chart to record and name tens and ones within numbers up to 100. Let's do a little review. Let me see. How many groups of tens do you see? How many ones? We have a 10 right here, another 10 right here, another 10, another 10, another 10, 6 tens, another 10, another 10, and another 10. So how many groups of 10 do we see? Morning mathematicians, and welcome to math. Let's do a little review before we can continue. Yesterday we used the place value chart to record and name tens and ones within numbers up to 100. Let's see. How many groups of tens do you see? How many ones? So here we have a 10. We have another 10, 10, another group of 10, another group of 10, another group of 10, another group of 10, 10, and another group of 10. How many groups of tens do we see? We have 9 tens. Let me ask you, how many groups of ones do we see? We have 8 ones. So we have 9 tens and 8 ones. 9 tens, 8 ones. And what do we have? How many strawberries do we have? We have 98 strawberries. Now we're going to follow the video to continue with the lesson.
All right, this is first grade, Module 6, Lesson 4. And in this lesson, students are going to continue understanding that that number, let's say 72, is a number that can be torn apart into two parts, into the tens and the ones. For example, 72 can be torn apart so that you get a 70, as in 7 tens, and a 2, as in 2 ones. So you've got that 72 broken apart into two pieces, 70 and 2. And then from that, we want students to understand that we can now say, well, that's 70 plus 2. That's 2 plus 70. We could say things like 2 more than 70 is 72. Or we can say 72 is 70 more than 2. So we want students to be really flexible with understanding that that number, 72, can be broken apart, and then it can be described as a variety of different addition sentences. So let's get started. So putting all that into practice, we've got here, it says count the objects and fill in the number bond or place value chart. All right, so at this point we don't have a place value chart, we just have the number bonds, although I am going to show you what that place value chart might look like. So the first thing is we really want our students to kind of understand this convention that, and it's like a promise that we are making to our students, that whenever they see a bunch like this, a bunch, we kind of, our promise to our students is that's always going to be 10. All right. Now, some students who might be resistant to just buying into that convention. So parents and teachers, if you really want, or if students really need, let them count and verify that this really is a bundle of 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And, but ultimately, we want our students to buy into the convention. And it's okay to buy into a convention. That's like a promise that we're making our students. I'm not asking them to blindly follow some sort of math algorithm. It's a convention that we're asking. So if we know that this is 10, 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 and this is 10, how many tens do we have? Well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 7 tens. So that makes this number right here 70. All right, so we can put in 70, and we could put it either in the top or the bottom. It does not matter because addition is commutative, but we'll learn that later. And then let's count the ones, and we see that we have 6 ones. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to record that right here. So now we get 70 and 6 make, so what do we have all together? Well, we have 76 all together, and 7 plus 6 is 76. So if we wanted to show what that would look like in our place value chart, so the place value chart is going to say, well, we've got our place value chart, and we're going to say we have our tens here, and we have our ones here. The question is, how many tens do we have? We have 7 tens. And then how many ones do we have? We have 6 ones. So our number is 7 tens and 6 ones, which is 76. 7 tens plus 6 ones. All right, oops, I should put that right there too, huh? I should put 76 right there. Good. So if we want to take a look at this one, let's do it. So again, we have that convention. We want to promise our students that anytime they see a bundle, it's going to be 10. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got 4 bundles of 10. So that makes it 40. And then how many ones do we have? We see that we have 5 ones here. So we're going to label that as a 5. And again, I could have put the 40 on the top or the 40 on the bottom and then reverse the 5. I chose to do it this way. And so what is our whole? Our whole is 45. So one part is 40, one part is 5, and the whole is 45. So it's that classic part whole as well, parents and teachers. So what's this? 40 and 5 make? Well, we already have it. It's 45. So we do want students to be connecting this number bond with here is a number sentence. We do want students to be connecting those two concepts. And there you go. Now, if we wanted to do a place value chart, much like we did over here, let's do it. We'll grab our black ink, and there is our beginnings of our place value chart, and we'll put in tens and ones. Parents and teachers, I like causing our students to write the words tens and ones. So we don't have to give it to them, because if we give it to them, we're removing them an opportunity for them to learn it. So make them write in their own words, tens and ones, and first graders can definitely do that. So how many tens do we have? We have a 10 here, a 10 here, a 10 here, a 10 here, so that's 4 tens. And how many ones do we have? We have 5, so our number is 45. We've got a couple more. We're just kind of removing the scaffolding. You'll notice we've got some more blank spaces, which is kind of cool. So we're kind of gradually increasing what our students are responsible to do. We're going to begin by counting our tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 tens. So that makes 80. And again, I put it up there. I could have put it down here. How many ones do we have? We have 4. And I'm going to put it right there, which means we have 84. So we have 80 plus 4 is 84. And then from that place value, kind of hearkening back to that place value chart, how many tens do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 tens. So I'm going to put 8 tens and 4 ones gives us 84. So remember, if you need to, you can hearken back to that tens and ones, and you can say, well, we have 8 tens and 4 ones like that. And that's what this is connecting to. The cool thing about this is that they've switched the order. And so they've put the ones kind of on the left and the tens on the right. And then, but the place value chart still sticks to that the convention, the rule of ones and tens. So the tens are always to the left in the place value chart. But in the picture, and we can move them all over the place. So how many tens do we have? We have 5 tens. So we're going to put 5 right there. Then how many ones do we have? We have 6 ones. So our number is 56, all right? Connect that to the number bond over here if you wanted to. Students could say, well, let's make that number bond if you wanted to. And you could say, well, there's our 50 and our 6, so we get 56. But we're connecting it to that place value chart. The rule, though, is you'll notice the ones are on the left, but we put the ones on the right. Parents and teachers, pay attention to that. Don't let your students switch this around, because while addition is commutative, this is not. So what do we mean by that? Well, down here, students are likely to put 50 plus 6 is 56, although technically, if they wanted to put 6 plus 50, they could. All right, but following convention, we're going to kind of put the 50 plus 6. You don't need to tell students are wrong if they put 6 plus 50. We're just going to, by convention, we're going to kind of nudge our students towards convention. And then, how many 10s? We have 5 10s. How many 1s? We have 6 1s, so we get 56. And then this one is, we're just kind of removing the scaffold of like numbers, and now we're kind of making it more abstract using base 10 blocks. And so these are 10s, and again, your students may need to count them. So hopefully by this point in first grade, our students have had plenty of experience playing with base 10 blocks anyway. But let's count. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 groups of 10. So we have 7 10s. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1s. So we have 7 10s, 5 1s. So following that convention, we're going to put 70 plus 5 equals 75. And then again, down here, how many 10s do we have? We have 7 10s, and we have 5 1s, which gives us 75.